how do you see, in the same idea of the mix between social impact and businesses, there is a question here of how has been the impact, as we see it worldwide, of the economic activities with this person thinks there's a raise of awareness and the importance of corporate social responsibility. And I want you to speak a bit about when social business started, how the NGOs felt, how you talked about that, and you too, like, can.
Sure. Of course. So I always, when I get these kinds of questions, I always start with the subject of millennials because we are seeing such a huge shift. That is, in the United States, our second large, actually it's equal to our population size of our baby boomers. And they are just beginning to enter the workforce. And they are very insistent on, appropriately so, wanting to create change and wanting to be part of that change. So they're putting unprecedented pressure on our corporations to become much more socially responsible. So that's the one thing I would say just kind of globally throughout our nation. We have always generally had we've had a strong tradition of nonprofits in the United States. So this new model of B corporations, benefit corporations is a new concept to us. So when they initially started to emerge into the market, there was an immediate resistance from the nonprofits saying, no, 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 no. We are the ones who create value. We are the ones who are mission driven. And so there was great resistance and this need to really differentiate, saying, no, 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 but they sell, we don't sell. And what we're starting to see is a breakdown of that and realizing, no, no, we are actually working together. It's just different ways of getting to the same end. And this is where I think Brazil is really ahead of the United States, because you don't have this delineation that we had. Even though it's starting to diminish, we still have some of that tension and friction there.
So here, but it's curious because if you talk to the few B Corps here, they really want to differentiate. So they want to approve a law that defines what a B Corp is, because nowadays you have to abide by the same rules usual corporations. So it's
differentiating from other businesses, not so much for the nonprofit. Oh, okay. So it's at the other end of the spectrum that you're seeing it. Oh, okay. Interesting.
One thing that I do, my only addition is the following, at least for traditional corporations. What do they think is corporate social responsibility? In Brazil, to me, this is extremely frustrating. Like I go to Coca-Cola here, and then I ask them, how many, what was your social impact last year? And they will tell me, well, we helped do capacity building for 2,000 young kids in Brazilian slums. Like, okay, I mean, that's great. But what about, the perhaps hundreds of thousands of collaborators, suppliers, resellers, all those guys from the basis of the pyramid? And if Coca-Cola didn't exist, then these guys would be perhaps below the poverty line. And so first, do you recognize this is CSR as well? Do you want to measure it? And can you do more? They have to rethink, to me, in my opinion, they have to rethink what corporate social responsibility means. It's in the core of the business. They already do a lot with the basis of the pyramid. They just want to, it doesn't, having a separate CSR department or putting this in marketing doesn't fly.